Alright, hello everyone. We have our players in. We have one that got banned already. So yeah, W on that. Now I will say, I'm just gonna remind them that breaking the rules will get them banned. And hold on, let me go ahead and get. Let me just go ahead and make sure the options are set where I'm not going to sit here and hear voice chat. That's not what we're here for. Just like that. Cool. I can still hear it, but you can't hear it. And that is all that matters. I think you can't hear it. I'm hoping you can't hear it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started here with game 1 for lobby 1. Yes. Oh, do I have... Hold on. I forget what it is, I think. That's unmuted. That's what it was. Okay. We are going to go ahead and start lobby 1. Here we go. Lobby 1, game 1 is now underway. Here we go. We have a fantastic center zone here, as we have 5 players here all around the outside as well. You know what, even I've thought about something. We have a 5... Oh, no, that is not what I want to do. We have a 5-minute delay between when you at home and when what's happening on screens happened. That's obviously for competitive integrity. I don't believe that any of our players would cheat, but in the off chance that one might end up doing so, we have that set. The 2 players that did not show up to this round are going to get automatic 7th place points, and if they don't show up next round, they'll get the same thing. That is just how it's going to go. We are running this very cut and dry. Any amount of cheating will result in immediate disqualification here, as we have quite a few players here. We're coming up to the time for the beach party to be activated. Beach party is going to go ahead and be activated right now. It looks like finally got that I was live. Congratulations. Just like that. We have the ads rolling in as well according to that, but that's probably for the past as well. I should probably actually load up the stream on my phone just to be safe. Also, shout out to Killer Clown who dropped a follow while we were not live. Gonna get that playing as well. We have quite a few players. Some are going to be getting close. We have Arrow kind of close to Sly over here on this side of bracket. We see Sly getting ready, just crafting up. Everyone trying to be ready to go for this tournament. We had a question about someone who showed up late can still be in. And just like that, we have the Darwinium Mania popping off as well. You see all these players kind of going for more of a loot for strategy. They understand there's only 5 of them remaining. They don't want to die too early. That is where we are. Now we see one player trying to get up to this Darwinium shipment, trying to collect as well. We have a few players saying that they signed up in the Frigid Discord, but in the signups it did say to join my Discord. But we are going to be going ahead and going through this right now. We have one player getting caught off in the Forbidden Zone. That's not a great place to be, especially for a bird player. Not a great place to be here today. As now we see Arrow getting to a fight here with Sly with the first fight of the tournament, at least in my lobby. Arrow coming out from Arrow, completely missing. You see Sly playing very carefully. Arrow coming back, getting a good parry there. Arrow gonna try to get some good shots, breaks Sly's armor. Sly needs to play very carefully here. Sly gets shot right in the head. That was a huge hit from Arrow. able to get a shot right back. Sly taking to the sky, trying to create some distance. Does not want to die here. Arrow going for a huge strike, and there is a hit on the Arrow. Sly might be able to turn this around. Sly might be able to get the turnaround here. Arrow try to take to the air, try to get some shots off. Unable to do so, having to come in close. He's out of arrows, but gets killed by Sly. Sly is going to get that reward wood that we have set up here. Sly is able to get the first kill and that reward wood. Sly able to knock off Arrow after almost getting taken out. What a comeback. What a comeback. As now we see we have Pluto and Sniffly kind of close together over here. We're getting close to the blood moon time. Just going to go ahead and start putting down that bear trap. Bear trap is already placed, but getting trapped right there. We have a trap meta coming out here from Sniffly. Sniffly pulling out that trap meta. It looks like his bear trap is going to get broken, but he is going to break his armor. Gonna hop out the window, playing a very tactical game, not wanting to engage the wings out in the open. Coming out to the open, clash of the axes, going for a shot, unable to get it, gets sent flying back, going for the teleaxe, unable to get anything out of it. Arrow flying down, trying to maybe get him back. There's another hit onto him, a second, third hit, fourth hit, and this might be Foot out of here. Foot able to get a clash once again. Arrow coming out. Both of them firing arrows left and right. We see that Sly is also over here in a huge fight with Mayu Maki in a big fight here with Sly. Sly is going to try to run up towards him. He sees where he is. As it looks like Pluto able to get the kill on the Foot just like that. Arrow flying off into the sky. As now we are waiting to see armor being crafted over here. We have the blood moon now being active as we hit the 5-minute mark here. Sly and Maki going to continue their fight over here. Arrows flying out each direction as this first game of qualifiers going very quickly. A lot faster than you'd probably expect a game of qualifiers to go, but I'm sure that's what happens when one of the people in this lobby gets banned immediately, and the other two do not show up. But this is fine. We have 4 lobbies running right now, and there is the kill. As now we have Maki able to get the kill on the Sly. Updates for damage. Sly having 1,150 damage points. We do have a spot reserve for the... We're going to get an extra 15 points if you have the most damage in the match. So we are going to see if he might be able to get it from that. I'm not sure how much damage points Maki has. Maki going into the Forbidden Zone to rotate around. He does not want to enter in, or he thinks that he's going to be seen quite easily from Pluto. Pluto playing this very calmly, very carefully, trying to get all of these resources. As someone is asking for my Discord, there it is. And it looks like Pluto is able to get a hit onto the wood. He's able to keep moving around. Huge difference in Darwinium here, although that is just due to crafting differences. Pretty even in terms of gear. Be interesting to see which one of these two players is able to come out victorious here. Center zone is going to be our final zone for every match. That is our guarantee. Thank you for the follow. What's good, my G? You get to see how much stream delay I actually have on. As now we see moving around, a lot of dash attacks every which direction. I've been added into Discord. I have to check all of these ads. Looks like everything's fine over here, honestly. Cool. As now we see we get this final fight underway here. Arrow flying out towards Pluto. Pluto able to dodge it and take the high ground here. Maki on the low ground watching up as Pluto's trying to stay in the air. Both of them trying to stay up high. A huge hit on the Pluto. Going to break his armor. He's getting the first hit of the engagement, but Pluto is going to return the favor with an arrow of his own. Pluto and Maki able to trade hit after a hit here. Arrow flying out every which direction. We see Sun Death hasn't started, so there are still deer. We might see that come into play here. You see armor being crafted here on one side. I think that is, yes, that is Maki's. I'm going to try to learn their skins. Maki able to recraft some armor, but Pluto able to get the kill on a deer, which might save him, but if he gets a headshot, it does not matter at all. Now there's a big hit on the Maki right there. Swing and a miss. And there is the dash attack from Pluto to Maki. Maki in a bad position here as sudden death is slowly beginning. So he is going to be able to take up to the high ground. Swing and a miss as he's going to be moving around. There's a big hit on the Maki. Maki and Pluto. Maki able to get killed there by Pluto. Pluto able to get the W. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of the final scores here just to make sure we have them all nice and dandy and in exact way and fashion. Let's go ahead and get my camera app open because I'm going to do it this way. I know all of you are going to hate that, but that's because this is just how I'm going to do it. And it does look like Pluto is going to be able to get that. Pluto's able to get the, it's huge. Pluto's able to get the extra 15 points. That is amazing to see right there. Able to just barely buy 50 damage points. That is huge for him going forward here. Able to deny that. We're going to go ahead and create our next custom match just like that and get this next code in and out of the way. We're going to try to hammer through all these qualifier matches as quick as we can. That is what we want to see. As now we get the next code. Next code is going to be typed right on in right there. And just like that. And unfortunately, Lace, you did miss our check-in period. We had a check-in period from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. EST here today. Go ahead and at lobby 1. Get everyone in. But yes, that is where we are at right now. We are waiting for everyone to load into lobby 1 at the moment, the current moment. Why am I being added? I'm not sure why I've been added over there. It's not working? Okay, we have a issue with one of our competitors. Very sad. Okay, looks like he is able to get in. We're going to give the other 2 players who are in here, who aren't in right now, some time to join. Or else they're going to take last place points. But again, it's at them both. One of them might join. Gonna go ahead and get this. We are still waiting here right now. Tilly doesn't automatically win this game. We're waiting for one of the players. They're talking right now. One of the players that was not here. We're going to see if they're able to join. Okay, he's going to join, so we're waiting on him to get in. Trying to check out what's going on. We gotta wait for this one last player to get in right now. It's taking some time. This is why I'm happy I am covering up the good old Cody code. It takes some time to get on in. It's gonna take some time. What is up, Lawful? How are you? We are waiting for everyone to go ahead and get in. We're still waiting for Real Text is his Discord name to join in. We're also waiting for Mountain to join in as well. Let's see if we have any of the codes set up here. Don't have any ETAs as of now. Okay, there is text getting in. We just gotta see if Mountain is joining. We'll go ahead and pop an ad for you guys in the past. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. Okay, looks like Mountain is going to join us for this round here. You'll love to see it. Waiting for this how to work. Man, we're just waiting for Mountain to go. Mountain is rumored to be getting on. We are just waiting for him to actually get in as well. I think, yes, Mountain's gone in, so we are now going to begin here right now. Mountain's not loaded yet. Mountain's in now. Cool. We're in right here, right away. We're getting right on in. A very interesting center zone here, I believe. Very interesting center zone. We're going to have to wait and see. We have waiting all these players. Very different sides of the map. We do have a double spawn here for Mountain and... No, not Mountain. For Arrow and Foot. Mountain has not moved. There's Mountain moving as of now. Mountain's moving very slowly. There he is. There he's going. He's going now. He's ready to go, I think. I'm not really quite sure. But we have 7 players for round 2 here. There's a hit off of the Boom Shroom just like that. We love to see it. Arrow and Foot gonna be running right into each other. They're actually gonna fight. Looks like Foot is wanting to get away a little bit. Foot does not want to take on Arrow right away. Doesn't look like Arrow. Arrow sees him, but we do have the beach party coming in right now, right away. Gonna see swing of the axes, swing of the axes. Arrow coming out. Good hit on the Foot. Foot and Arrow both swinging. There's breaking Foot's drone. That is a huge break right here. We're going to see if drone... Looks like Foot does not want anything to do with Arrow. He's wanting to get away. Does not want to have to fight him right here. This is an awful fight for him to be wanting to take right now. As we see, our first zone closure has occurred. We're going to go ahead and, since we have the 7 players, we're going to close the opposite zone. There's a huge hit on to Arrow, but again, these two in a very intense confrontation right here. Arrow getting hit by Foot once again. Is Arrow going to get knocked off early? Arrow was one of the favorites to make it the finals in this lobby, but if he dies right here, it's going to be a hard hill to try to climb back up. Arrow in a very bad position. Looks like Foot is giving chase. Foot wants to get this kill. He sees the blood. He knows exactly what could happen here as we're waiting. Arrow might be getting tracked here. He gets an item. He's chasing after. Arrow is able to kill a deer. That's going to give him at least one more extra hit of life. He's able to get a hit on the Foot, but Foot is now even with him in terms of hits. Go down and go for the smack. Just barely missing it. Gonna lose his drone here once again. Arrow getting a huge hit on to Foot. Foot able to try to get out of it. Foot is trying to fight out of this right now. The Quack coming in middle of this matchup here. As we see, we also have Pluto taking on Monkey and Mountain taking on Sly. We have a very aggressive opening here. We're gonna have to pop that Darwinium shipment. It's slightly late, but they're gonna get it anyways. As now we see the two of them coming in, and it looks like Arrow able to get that first kill and that reward wood after a very, very, very close match. Good fight between the two of them. You love to see it. Okay. As now we go ahead and see we have Maki and Pluto over here. These two in a very good fight as well. Dropping the smoke bomb. It looks like Pluto is going to try to make an escape here. Going to try to pull away. Yes, he does not want to be a part of this fight here right now. We have Mountain over here as well. Mountain taking on Sly still. Mountain and Sly in a very intense confrontation as well. Both even in health. I'm not sure who has armor. It looks like neither of them do. As Mountain is able to get another hit on the Sly. Sly did very, very well last round. Able to get another hit here on the Mountain. He's trying to go for that kill. He wants to get that kill. As now the two of them continuing their fight. For those asking, we are not taking in any late entries to the tournament. We apologize. There will probably be some time. There is a kill from Pluto onto Maki. I'm sorry that we missed that. But we will definitely be running at least some scrims in the aftermath of the tournament for anyone who wants to stick around to the end to get into those. Arrows flying out from both directions as both of these continuing their very intense confrontation here. Going up to the sky, dropping down. There is a swing and a miss. There's a shot and a miss. Both of them moving forward, swing and swing. We're going to see one of these men are going to die here on this hill here today. Very intense confrontation between the two players as it looks like Sly able to get the kills. We go ahead and start closing that opposite zone just like that. GGs should be given out there. We are down to 4 players, 3 zones, and almost 5 minutes have been elapsed. Sly is going to want to get away, going to want to craft some armor, try to get some health before anything bad happens. He is being tracked. Try to figure out by who, but it looks like Pluto's the one who got the track off. Coming in and getting a good hit into the back of Sly. Pluto trying to get the kill on Sly early. Sly playing very well right now, but also having to contest with all of this attack after attack. We see Sly on the back foot. Trying to get away right now, going up into the sky. Is he going to be sniped out of it? No, he's going to be able to get away just like that. Congratulations to Sly, able to get out of there real easily. It looks like Sly is going to move on out of the way. Going to try to live for another day. But the Blood Moon is going to come in. Here is the Blood Moon. Able to get the healing off that deer, which is huge for him. He's going to have to try to dodge these arrows. He does not want to take this fight right now. This is not a fight that he wants to be having. It looks like he is going to try to get away. Tex is coming in right now as well, trying to get that third party. Trying to vulture off a kill here, but it looks like Pluto is going to turn his attention. Going to try to ward him away as Arrow is coming in as well. Arrow looks straight at Tex. No, going to go straight after the deer. Unable to get any shots off on it. Mans is missing like crazy. For someone with Arrow in his name, you would think he'd hit more of them. But you see, Arrow after arrow coming out and hitting the ground there. He was able to get that deer and get that extra bit of healing. He's now topped off on health. It looks like Pluto is still chasing after. Tech's able to break Arrow's armor. We have a bird player. Not a very common thing here to be seeing right now. And now we go and see an arrow flying out here that misses once again. He's able to get the track off just like that. Pluto getting a hit on the Sly, breaking his armor. Sly in a very bad position, getting hit once again. Sly on the back foot here. This looks like Arrow trying to come in, trying to vulture the kill. He is able to vulture the kill, gain those extra points, but is immediately attacked here by Pluto. It looks like Tex is going to be watching from the sidelines, trying to get in, trying to third party where he can, trying to get those damage hits in as best that he can. Is able to break his armor. Tex doing very well for himself after missing out on that first round of gameplay. There is a huge parry right there. That was a massive parry. Tex just being absolutely arrowed down. This is where you see the lack of mobility to the bird really coming into play. As this is getting intense, there is Tex being sent flying. Tex on the run right now, on the back foot, wanting to live. He does not want to get taken out this early, but gets taken out. Tried to get the wall juggle. Unable to do so. Pluto able to get another dominant kill. Pluto having a very, very good game as we get closer and closer to sudden death between these last two opponents here. As we see that top right zone now going to start getting closed in 1 minute. There's only going to be this center zone armor being crafted just like that. Is going to try to get away. Arrow and Pluto, the only two left remaining in this zone. We're going to see if Arrow might stall out. He doesn't have wood. Not a great place to stall. Pluto has 25 pieces of wood, which is huge. That's 25 separate pieces of wood that he's going to be able to use in this entire final, well, 24 now, but still a lot of wood to be able to use in this final situation. As now we see Arrow being grabbed. Arrow needs to get some wood. Arrow needs to find a way. He sees some trees. He needs to go after those trees. He's got issues with cold if he doesn't. He does have a coffee. That isn't going to do a whole lot here. Arrow and Pluto, both of them moving around. We're going to see if either of them are able to do a whole lot here. And there's a hit from Arrow on the Pluto, but you gotta think Pluto has 24 pieces of wood. Pluto could just run away into the Forbidden Zone and just craft more armor if he gets into a bind. Arrow doesn't have that luxury. Arrow has two coffee and 2 wood. He can warm himself up, but that's about it. Pluto can do a lot. Yeah, see, Pluto is going to pop the smoke, really try to give away his position a little bit if Arrow can find out where that smoke is, but it looks like he is going to do some crafting. He is going to craft him up some new armor. If Arrow loses his armor, he's going to be unable to get more. It looks like he's going to go for that Darwinium shipment, which is going to give Pluto a bit of a tell where he is. It looks like Arrow's wanting to do that. Arrow wants Pluto to know where he is. Going to take out Pluto's armor once again. Arrow taking to the skies. Going to go for a swing, and there is the miss. The two of them going up, gets slammed away. Arrow taking to the top, going to get smacked down. No, they're neither of them able to get a collision here right now. It looks like armor trying to be crafted, unable to get it. Arrow flying out. You see that zone closing in. The Darwinium shipment is going to become a massive factor along with that boom shroom of how this final fight plays out right here. Looks like I think Pluto went out into the cold and popped a coffee, but it's going to get smacked away. Able to get a great parry there. Arrow unable to do anything about that parry. He's going to take some cold, able to have to pop a coffee there after an unsuccessful attack, but is able to stop the armor recraft from happening, which is a huge thing for Arrow. Arrow's flying out from both directions. As we see, swing and a miss, able to move around as these two very intensely and very intently want to see this go. There's the fire crafted. Arrow needs to get on that fire to save himself some wood and save himself that coffee as long as he can. He's at a massive disadvantage in wood. You're going to see that come into play here as this match goes on further. He's able to smack him out further. I am unsure of why the music has stopped, but is now going to begin. But again, there we go. Music is back. as these two continue their fight right there. Arrow coming out. There's a big hit onto Pluto. Pluto able to finally break Arrow's armor. Finally start making some progress. It looks like Pluto is going to try to get away. Of course, Pluto doesn't know that Arrow is low on wood. Pluto has no clue. Arrow gonna maybe come up. Yes, there's arrows flying out each direction right now. Pluto sending Arrow flying into the cold. Pluto gonna get hit right there by Arrow though. Arrow getting shot. Pluto keeping this competitive. There's another good hit on the Arrow. Arrow 2 shots away from death. Pluto 2 shots away from death. Arrow 1 shot away from death. Is Arrow gonna come up short? But again, he might here. We're gonna have to see, able to try to pull away that other coffee being popped right there. Arrow in a bad position, only having 2 pieces of wood left to keep himself warm. 1 hit away from death. Having to play this very carefully. He doesn't have many arrows. Every arrow he misses is huge. Going to be sending him back, flying into the cold. Very smart. Just keep him in the cold. Keep him in the background. If you can get him colder than you... Oh, there is the kill. And just like that, Pluto is able to get it once again. Congratulations to Pluto. We're going to pull out the camera app once again to take a picture of that final screen. Pluto able to get those extra 15 points for damage as well. What a match right there. Now we go ahead and get ready here for the last game of our very cool. We've had a very quick set of random not random things, set of qualifier matches here. We are on our 3rd set of qualifier matches, which is our last set of qualifiers. So now we go ahead and get in. We get our code in right there. And just like that, we might see... We're going to see everyone starting to load in slowly. Let me update my other directors. We're waiting for 2 more players. Platugo had to start his game. We are waiting on... Who are we waiting on? We are waiting on nobody. Cool, we got everyone in. Once they load in, we will start this final qualifier round here. Now it looks like, yes, we're about to start now. 4, 3, 2, 1, and there it is. We are going to get right on into this final. This is an interesting center zone, but it is the center zone that we are going to be rocking with. We do have a double spawn. Looks like Scorpio is close to both Arrow. No, it's not Scorpio. It's Maki is close to both Arrow and to Scorpio Tex. Scorp Tex, sorry. Over here, actually, they're going to be kind of far apart. It's a very hard zone to traverse, especially if you're using anything but wings. Grapple is a little okay, but it's also a little risky, as you saw there. We could have seen a death to lava. Sly's zone is about to be forbidden. Once there's about 30 seconds left on that, we will do the mirror forbid. As we have 3 players getting very close together up here in the top right. It looks like Tex might be heading towards that. Yes, Tex is heading towards the teleporter. A very smart play here, in my opinion. We're going to go ahead and start up that closed zone in the mirror position. It looks like Tex might be turning around. I think Tex might have got wind that Maki was nearby. I think he heard, yes, he was able to hear in the distance. We're going to see if he actually goes for the fight. This is a bad time to take a fight, especially in this zone if you're not a wings player here. You're going to run into some issues, especially with the beach party coming on. You want to spend more of this time collecting resources rather than fighting. I think that's exactly what we're going to see. But it looks like Sly coming straight on in over here towards Sean. Very interesting to see how this is going to go. As now we have One zone fully closed off. Another zone about to be closed off. Won't matter too much because the beach party is going on, and I suspect that's why we still see players here. It looks like we have a lot of players kind of grouping up here. We have Arrow getting close to Maki, vaguely. What is your issue? My man's chillax. Chronix is very upset, so I'm just going to go ahead and give him a quick timeout. Chillax, my man. As we see, we missed it, but Maki able to get the kill just like that. Maki earning that reward wood, able to knock him right into the lava. Very smart use of the lava in the area. Try to get that kill without taking too much damage, although he is unable to get the resources from it, so there is some issues with it. As we see Arrow taking up to the skies, the Sly's going to try to come up after him. We are also going to go ahead and have that Darwinium Mania pop out right here. Looks like Anxie is also on his last round. Yes, Anxie is on his last round of qualifiers as well. As it looks like Sly is going to... I think Sly has crashed. No, Sly is not crashed. Sly just hit some lag. Is able to start taking on Maki here. Able to get the parry. What a parry right there. Gonna go for a swing. There is a swing and a miss. The two of them very close together. We're gonna see how this fight goes. Able to pull away. Able to expertly pull away to dodge the hit that he was going to take. Arrow flying out. Swing and a miss from both parties here. There's a clash of the axes. Arrow flying out once again. Huge hit on the Sly. But it looks like Sly is able to try to fight back out of this. Sly needs to fight back out of this if he wants a chance to make it to finals. Sly getting knocked against the wall. Sly in a very bad position right now. Maki really taking it to Sly. Able to get the kill. Maki is on a tear with 2 kills just like that. And he's very close to Mountain. I think Mountain sees exactly where he is. Mountain does see exactly where he is. Very expertly actually laying out some bear traps. We're going to see if that ends up doing anything here. Looks like he's going to try to sneak up onto him while he's inside of this. Oh, gets the hit just like... Ooh, gets a double hit. Getting frozen, however, but still a very expertly done double hit there. Is able to break out of the ice. Is going to lose his Falcon. And Maki is going to try to back up a little bit. Is going to shrink down. We're going to see if the shrinking is able to do much for him. As it looks like he's going to chase on after him. Going to go for it. Gets another swing on the Maki. Mountain out here showing that you don't have to be a Wings player to do well in this tournament. Absolutely taking it to Maki. Maki's tear might be shut down here. Maki was on a tear that could have guaranteed him finals, but he is taken out just like that. Mountain with an expert takedown of Maki. What a upset right there. Absolutely taking it down. That was an insane set of kills right there as we have to close this bottom left zone as well. Deer is going to be taken. Mountain in a very good position. Getting some good placement points as the Blood Moon is now looming overhead. There's a kill of Deer for Pluto. Scorpio Tech trying to get those placement points in. Arrow really also trying to secure that spot in finals. Arrow wants to be able to get into finals and wants to be able to get that securing, and it looks like he's going to see him off up in the distance there. Able to get that glider just like that. We're going to see how this ends up going. Mountain is going to drop some bear traps down and around. Very heavy bear trap user. We're seeing a bit of a trap meta here, and it's interesting to see because usually the meta is dominated by just Wings. And I have to sneeze, so if you excuse me for a second. Thank you for the execution as we see Scorpio Tex, Mountain, and Arrow all getting to the same spot. It looks like Mountain going more after Arrow. He's going to see Scorpio going to go straight on after, go for the swing, unable to do it. Going to try to take some shots, able to get a shot in the back of Tex. Getting another shot into the back of Tex. Tex is going to get bounced against the wall by Mountain. Mountain on an absolute tear in this game right now. Is going to lose his Falcon, but I don't think that matters too much. He's going to have a snowball thrown at him. He's able to dodge those arrows from behind. That snowball going to send him flying behind Arrow. I think that's Arrow. That is Arrow. As we see Pluto also coming in. Pluto gets the kill, stealing the kill on the Tex. Very expertly making sure that Arrow can't get those extra points. He wants to deny Arrow those points, try to make it harder for Arrow to get into finals, and also get those points himself. Looking Mountain and Pluto get into a bit of a scrap here as well. Arrow is going to try to get some crafting, try to get those upgrades crafted, as the other final zone will be left open for a bit. As long as we can. Looks like he's going to craft that fire. It looks like Pluto's coming back around towards Arrow. Going to try to use that boom shroom. Going to go for a shot. Going to go for some swings. Gets the hit on the Pluto. Pluto's going to lose his armor. Arrow wants to kill Pluto. Pluto has shut down Arrow at every step of the way in this tournament so far. Able to get a huge hit on the Arrow. Break his armor. And you see Mountain just existing in the background here. Playing very carefully. Able to stop Arrow from being able to get that craft. That is huge. Going to miss that Arrow. Gets the track off anyways. You see arrow after arrow flying out from each direction. Arrow, though, on the back foot here, on the back pedals. Pluto is keeping the pressure up. Arrow is being forced to flee here as Mountain able to get a huge hit on the Pluto. It looks like Mountain's turning his attention to Pluto as we see this intense final zone situation starting to develop. Arrow, Pluto, Mountain, all three of them about to get intense in some combat. There's a huge track on the Arrow. That is going to be huge. Going to give him that speed upgrade. Going for the Teleaxe, unable to get anything out of it. Pluto seems to have pulled off a little bit. I think Pluto's trying to get some, yes, Pluto's trying to get some crafting done. Very wise to pull off to get that crafting done. It looks like Mountain is going to be left in the low ground for now. Not able to get up to him. It looks like he's going to try to back away. Maybe get a sight on him to be able to shoot. It looks like he's just trying to collect some arrows. Very wisely trying to collect some arrows. Might be going inside a house, trying to get some crafting done as well. He hasn't taken a single hit in this confrontation so far. Arrow on the move as Pluto seems to be giving some vague chase. Not a whole lot of chase. Oh yes, there's been a request to move my face cam a little bit down. I can do exactly that for you guys. We'll move it all the way down just like that. I guess it was a little high. We'll just get it down here. Actually, we'll move it over. You know, there's not a great place. No, I have a good place. Up here. We'll be up here now. This is fine. We've moved ourselves up to the top right as we see Mountain finally gonna... Actually, no, Mountain got hit on the Pluto. Mountain on a tear. Mountain has not taken a single hit, showing the power of the bird. Just like that, there's a swing and a miss there as Pluto is going to go for a shot, unable to get anything out of it. Shots flying in both directions. Huge arrows coming out from Mountain here. Mountain able to get that track. Go for a swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. A swing and a huge hit on the Pluto. Another huge hit on the Pluto. Is he going to be able to shut down Pluto? Pluto who's won. Ooh, there's the first hit onto Mountain in this entire confrontation. Mountain is now finally out of arrows, but it looks like there is an arrow behind him. He got 2 arrows out of this. Gets another hit on the Pluto. Pluto survived barely. 50 health. 50 HP has been left remaining. Is going to go for the Vanish. Going to try to get a hit through the Vanish. Unable to do so. Going to wisely try to shrink down as Pluto is on the run. Pluto needs to get away from Mountain as best that he can. Mountain sees exactly where Pluto is, though. He's not going to let up the chase. The chase is going to continue. Going to get the track off. Going into that cold zone. Looks like Mountain is going to have to give up that chase and let Pluto go. Pluto is running out. Pluto is going as deep as he can. He knows that he can't give chase. He knows exactly why he can't give chase. As now Mountain is going to take up to the high ground here. Mountain in a very good position. Not crafting new armor, interestingly. He's opting for more arrows rather than armor. He's going to go ahead and get the track off on Arrow. Going to get trapped in more Mountain's going to get trapped in arrows. Ooh, good break. Good shrink. Expert shrink and a parry. What a gameplay here. As it looks like Pluto is going to freeze to death, which is sadly going to deny Mountain that kill, but it is going to give Mountain some even better placement points as these two are left remaining here. Huge arrow flying out. Pluto having at least some wherewithal, I guess, to try to make sure that some of these more talented opponents are unable to get as many points to try to deny them from getting finals. Looks like Mountain is able to get right back in here. Or see, he's going to try to pop that first aid kit, possibly. He gets the fire crafted. Gets a huge hit on the arrow. Going to send him flying. Arrow going to take up to the sky. He does have another bear trap crafted. It looks like he's going to walk right into that bear trap. Arrow really taking to the trapment. It's going to try to shrink down, but that might have been to his detriment. He gets stuck deep inside of the forbidden zone, but able to come back thanks to that teleport, able to craft another fire. Gonna try to use that first aid kit, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. I think Arrow is gonna be able to take home this match, but truly what a game here from Mountain. Mountain showing you don't have to play wings to be able to keep up in this tournament. There's a huge shot and a miss, a swing and a miss. As now we see Arrow taking up to the sky. We're gonna see he drops down, gets the kill, And just like that, that is going to be all 3 rounds of our qualifiers here. And that is a huge set of 3 rounds. We're going to get a picture of this, and then I guess we will move over into a bit of an ad break. It does look like Mountain is able to get those extra points, though, for damage, which is huge as well. That's an extra 15 points that might guarantee him a spot in finals. But now we just have to possibly wait. We're Okay. We're going to calculate the points and announce them soon. Just until then, you're just going to listen to some nice music and sit over on the starting soon screen. Thank you all for watching the qualifiers, as now we get ready for finals.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
Ah, that's hot. That's hot. Ah, oh, that's hot. That's hot.
All right, we're getting the final points in like now. We're gonna go ahead and call our boy Anxie because we're going to co-commentate this round of finals. Hopefully Anxie's able to join the call. Hopefully. We are waiting on Lucid to type in everyone who has points. He's typed them in one by one the current moment. So it might take some time here. But we're going to go ahead and just, be ready. We had some interesting, games, I would say. I think we had some interesting games. That is for sure. I'm trying to just make sure I'm just watching. Okay, try to get Anxie to join call. But we should be getting into our finals here soon. As soon as Lucid types them all in. I don't know how long that's going to take. I am going to go ahead and share this screen with Anxie. So Anxie can see exactly what he needs to be able to commentate. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more EU players need to be typed out, and then we can get the games and get all going. And we'll get our top 10 players here to throw into finals. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need one more. We need exactly one more to come on in. As we sit here and wait for this to go. Okay, there is the last one. I just need to get confirmation on one of the points. I'm gonna go ahead and copy. Hello, Anxie. I heard you. I think. Anxie? That is Anxie.
Harpo.
Hello, Anxie.
Hello.
Are you excited for one of Darwin's very few possible dual castings?
Yeah. We didn't even do this in Frigid, like, ever.
Okay, so we're going to get our top 10 now. It's going to be pretty easy. I just have to look for the biggest numbers. I'm going to go through this list slowly and surely. Anxie, if you'd like to speak to them about, some of your favorites going into finals.
Going into finals, I don't know about the other lobbies, but I definitely know Reku, who's most likely going to be in finals, definitely outperformed everybody else in bracket 2 by a long shot.
Now, I think the real question is, do you think that we're going to end up having enough EU players in final bracket to justify one EU game?
I personally do not think we'll have more than 1 or 2 EU players.
That's a bold statement coming out here from Anxie.
Especially since there is only 1 preliminary bracket of EU players and 3 brackets of NA.
There were 3 brackets of NA. I think, actually going through this, we might actually just barely have 3 EU players, which means we'll have 1 game on EU. Maybe. I am doing some... How many do I have? So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 9. Alright, we're going to see. If there is someone with more than 230 points left on this list, then yes, we will have 1 EU game.
Alright.
It looks like that is the case. I'll let you double check my list here as I send it into our director chat. You can see them there at the bottom. I believe that's all of them. Do I have an agreement from the great Anxie here?
Yeah, that looks about right to me.
Alright, that looks right to you, so we are going to go ahead and add the tourney players and start setting up for our finalist. 10 finalists, which means we will have 1 EU game, but 2 NA games. We'll do the EU game right in the center.
Alright, alright.
Okay. Thank you for the follow, Fear Gaming, as well.
That's hot. That's hot.
Go ahead, get that in, and now to start slowly giving out the giving out everything that we need here, which it looks like I'm gonna start from lobby 4 going up. These two I think are the only ones from lobby 4 that have made it into finals, I believe. I think it's just Kyoko and Waki. Then we need to if you want to go ahead and give the ones from lobby 2 them. I need to give this man his thing. Give that man his thing. This is the slow part of having their Discord names be different. Some of them are easy. You know, I will say some of them are very, very easy to see. You know, like I know Lolly and Lou Plays is Lolly and Lou Plays. Like those ones are the easy ones in this list here.
I believe literally everyone that made finals from lobby 2 has a different Discord name then.
Yep, that's why I put you in charge of that. Okay, then we need, in terms of EU players, I know Noldi. And then we
don't know who is who.
I don't know who.
I know Bruno is Reku, but I don't know who Justemi or
just ask. Person. You don't know who MX Dow, I'm assuming? Because it's the only ones that I don't know. If I look at finals, let me make sure. Let me look here. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. We're missing just 2. Which would be MX Dow and Justemi. So we just need those 2.
Meadow and Justemi.
Yep, Meadow and Justemi. Gonna ask them. They're usually quite honest about it. Generally. I'll go ahead and start getting our lobby ready to go here. We're gonna rock with the double comm here. We would go triple comm, but we would step on each other's toes more than we are already.
Yep.
Okay, so Tect is Meadow. Got Tect with the roll. Now we just need to figure out who the hell is Justemi.
I honestly don't
know. Sleepless is Justemi.
Sleepless Justemi?
Sleepless is Justemi. Cool, okay,
obviously, so... Fed and G aren't...
That's all...
Yeah, it's gotta be Sleepless.
Yep, that's all been given out. Okay, so let me just add everyone saying finals are starting now. Come watch. And then also got to tweet that out.
I might as well tweet it out as well.
Yes. Remember that this is a charity tournament for the Jed Foundation. Exclamation point donate if you feel inclined to donate. But the main goal is to raise awareness about mental health in the gaming space. And we have that sent out now. That's been sent. Let's go ahead and create ourselves a new custom match. I'm going to get into the game first before we even allow anyone to see what's going on, you know? Get all that situated as well. Let's go ahead and make the tweet. Tweet that out just like that. And remember, we do have a 5-minute delay. A 5-minute delay is here to ensure that even if someone were to try to stream snipe, they would be unsuccessful in learning anything. As we go ahead and switch scenes over here to our live scene, you won't be able to see Anksy's face, but here we are. We are live right here, right now. And Anksy, are you ready to see some high-level Darwin?
I am excited.
Alright, we have everyone loading in slowly. I don't even have to hide anything because it should take them less than 5 minutes to get in. If it takes them more than that, that's on them. Let me make
now that's
sure.
facts.
Looks like we have 6 in as of now. And I've been told that Bruno is going to hop onto his Smurf account in finals because he'd rather that account gets WOODSKIN than his main. And I can get that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright, so we are currently at, I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. Which 2 are not in? It looks like, obviously, I think we're waiting on Bruno, and I think... What else are we waiting on?
I cannot tell. Your face blocking it.
My face is blocking. It's fine. I think we're waiting on... No, we have Walkie. We have Sleepless.
You should probably put your face cam where the map is supposed to be.
Well, we have 5-minute delay. Doesn't matter.
Oh, true.
That's why it's up here. It'd be anywhere else, but then it blocks things. So we're gonna sit up here. We have Kyoko. We have Pluto. We have Noldzy. Yeah, we have Noldzy. We have Lou. We're waiting on... I cannot tell who we're waiting on. Is there arrows here? Who's not here? Lolly's here. Lolly's not here. No, Lolly is here. There's Lollipops. Yeah, that'd be Lolly. Walkie's here. Who is not in?
Is Justini in?
You know, no. No, he's not.
That's who it is.
We're waiting on Justemi.
God damn it, Justemi.
Which is Sleepless. Okay, Sleepless is joining. He said 1 sec, he's coming. Alright, we are about to get underway here. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to at the Tourney players so they I also need to let them know that there is a 5-minute competitive delay that is purely so no one can cheat. I hate that I have to have it, but we both know it's necessary.
Yup.
Okay, we're still just waiting on... We're waiting on Bruno, we're waiting on Sleepless still. Our first game here is on NA servers. Our second game will be over on the good old EU servers, and our final game will be over on go back to NA. That will be our way of going. We are still waiting on Sleepless to get in. You said 1 second, but he is taking more than a single second.
Imagine.
We're just waiting on him. We're about to run out of our time delay. Our time delay of waiting is about to run out here soon. So, you know. We just have to wait. He's trying. That's our only confirmation, is that there is an attempt being made for him to join. I don't know how successful that attempt is. Gonna pop me open a Bang Energy to keep me hydrated and energized to commentate this. After our great, he wants to pee when he gets in. I guess we can let the pee happen. What do you say?
I think we should just let him pee himself.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea, too. There he is.
After a millennium.
After a very long time. I've been told that my mic is too loud. Well, they gotta deal with too loud mic for a good 5 minutes there. They can suck it up. They'll have to suck it up for 5 minutes. I apologize. Should have said something sooner. As now we just wait. Like how Melody says that they're winning, even though they are not in the game. And you know what? I respect that.
You gotta respect the confidence, you know?
I respect it. I respect it. No, we respect P. We respect P. Arrow wants us to start now.
So, is everyone going to be running jet wings, or do we have any outliers?
Well, let's see here. I know we had some outliers during some finals. Mountain almost qualified with wings, actually. Not wings, but bird. Looks like we have jet wings there, jet wings there, jet wings there. That's jet wings. That's also a jet wings. Would you be surprised? That's a jet wings. That's also a jet wings. That's a jet wings.
I wonder if there's going to be more jet wings.
Hey, that's a jet wings. That is as well a jet wings. And Justemi is talking, so we are starting it now.
Alright.
Let's get
in my qualifiers, we did actually see a few different grapple and bird picks.
Yeah, I saw quite a few grapple and bird picks. They just could not stand up to some of the wings. Mountain was close. Mountain really took it, especially in that last game, was able to really start bringing it in close. But we see we have quite a few players around. We have a few double spawns and almost a triple spawn over here. Over here with Lollipops spawning in with Pluto and Zemi, which is Waki, coming in from above there. We'll be very interested to see how that ends up going in terms of any potential conflict. We have Kyoko and Arrow over here, very close together as well. We're coming up 20 seconds until we see the good old beach party come out. And what's your take on it? Do you think you avoid fighting during the beach party, or do you think you want to get those early kills? Because we do have that reward wood built into the system.
I do think that during Beach Party you are going to want to try and get as many resources as possible. We did see in prelims that Reku did manage to get off a pretty insane game by killing people well in Beach Party, but it leaves you pretty defenseless in SD as you don't have the materials that everyone else has.
Right now we're seeing Pluto and Waki get into a bit of a confrontation here. We see that Waki just wants to enjoy this beach party. He's going to take the first hit of the match. He's going to return that favor. There's a clash of the axes there as well, as we have some very calming Pokemon music playing in the background. A very different feel than what you would expect during all of this.
It's like they're both trying to play around this house and these walls as much as they can. Going off trying to get axe swings, but not quite able to connect anything to each other.
It does look like over here we have Justemi chasing after Lou, and then I think we have Lollipops catching up here to Waki. Yes, Lollipops is catching up here to Waki. We see popping through as well. It looks like he's just trying to get out of there. We are going to go ahead and pop out that Darwinian Mania and that opposite zone close. We wait till 30 seconds on the last one to make sure that we still hit our goal of a 9-minute sudden death, but we still keep the center zone open. We see everyone's kind of pulled away. We do know that even this little bit of damage could help out in the long run, as we do have that extra 15 points to whoever gets the most damage in a match.
Exactly.
And that's came into factor actually in some of the people who actually got to get into finals. That 15 points extra damage actually got someone here.
Yeah, looks like Pluto was lucky enough to find a first aid kit after that fight as well. So
Yes.
he's basically back up at full.
He just needs to find one deer and he'll be a-okay there. We're going to go ahead and close that opposite zone now. As we see Kyoko and Arrow over here very close together, but looks like Arrow is leaving Kyoko. Probably doesn't know that he's there, or just doesn't want the early fight. I know a lot of these players prefer to take these fights into sudden death. They want that chaotic sudden death because that's where a lot of them thrive and a lot of them are better at playing the game.
Exactly. It seems like a lot of these players would rather just play passively in the early game and maybe try and make up for it in later rounds.
Well,
with extra damage.
I definitely think that one of the differences you're seeing here versus qualifiers is these are all the top of the line players. Where in qualifiers you had some players who probably weren't ready for a tournament like this. They weren't ready to take on other wood skins. They weren't ready to take on some silver skins. I mean, you can see right here, Lollipops is a wood skin. He's out here defending his title as the only one in my Discord with the tournament champion role and as a wood skin, trying to keep that as coveted as possible. So you're gonna face a lot of high-level players, and you know when you know there's players that are not up to that skill level, you're gonna play more aggressive. You're gonna want to go out and try to get those kills early to try to secure your spot in the finals.
Exactly, and a lot of these players are players who have already proved themselves, and are mainly just here to defend the title of Woodskin, like you said.
Yeah, because you see right here, Walkie is another wood skin that's in this. Let's see how many wood skins we have. There's another. Not sure if Lou is. Kyoko. I think Kyoko is on a different account. I could be wrong. I don't know about Meadow. Justemi, I think is, if my memory serves correctly. We do know that Bruno here is. He's just playing on an alt account because he doesn't want two woodskins on the same account. As we see kind of Nolte and Bruno getting kind of close together. We're getting close to that Blood Moon popping out, but we are going to have to start closing zones. So we're going to start off with the left zone and mirror it over to the right. Trying to make sure that we still get into that time of that 9-minute time.
Nolte really trying to run away here, not wanting to take this fight at all.
Yes, we're going to go ahead and pop off the Blood Moon. That might try to pull some of these players together. Looks like going down. I'm going to send him flying against the wall there. Arrow coming out. Trying to push forward. You see Bruno trying to push towards Nolte. I think we're going to see a lot of these EU players play a lot more passively during these two NA games and a lot more aggressively during their EU games. They'll be a lot more confident on their own home turf, as we see Nolte is just trying to leave. Nolte wants none of that fight right there. But it doesn't matter. Bruno is right behind him.
Seems like Bruno really is playing the same way he did in qualifiers. In qualifiers, all 3 rounds, he was the only player that really wanted to play aggressively early game. And it worked out for him as he made it into finals with top points of our bracket.
As now we see Arrow and Nolte, both of them getting close together. We might see our first fight here. Both of them trying to play very carefully. Trying to use this tree as cover. Does not want to take any bit of damage. Because every little tiny bit of damage, that's wood you're going to lose. Like, for example here, Pluto very low on wood because he had that early fight during the beach party. So he's going to need to get a kill early on, especially as we get closer and closer to finals to be able to get anything. So we see a lot of these players just being ready to go and ready to throw down, but not actually wanting to commit to anything. We can actually, we can go check out while all these players are just kind of chasing each other, not really fighting. This will be our final zone, this big center zone. It's a pretty good final zone, but it does look like Bruno and Pluto get into a bit of a scrap here, with Bruno taking 2 hits and looks like maybe dipping out. No, he's going to stay in. He wants to stay in this fight.
Not quite able to connect that arrow shot like he wanted to.
Clash of the axes right there. As we see the mobility of the wings being used here. Pluto trying to use that boom shroom expertly, as we see Nolte is actually going to take some damage over here from Walkie. He sees these two getting into a fight here. Arrow that is going to miss and hit that rock. Clash of the axes.
Unfortunately, missing the free arrow.
Yes, you see, I think Nolzi's going to try to disengage a little bit. Yes, it looks like Nolzi is trying to play very passively. You got to think that lag mindset's probably underway as we go ahead and close our top left zone here on Arrow. If anyone wants to know the mentality of how these zone closings work, is very simple. We close the zone that has the least amount of players in it. That is generally how we do it when we have to close a zone. And everyone, as you can see from Lollipop's screen here, is in this bottom right section. A lot of players still alive, a lot of players very close together. We're going to see a very intense final zone because no one's died and no one's taken any insurmountable damage. Everyone can come back from where they're at. Although you do see some very low woods takes, which is odd to see as we see Kyoko and Pluto taking on each other now. We're starting to see these fights starting out strong.
And they're going to be fighting out in the Forbidden Zone, so if they don't make this quick, they will take a little bit of cold.
Yeah, they only have 10 seconds before it ends, so I do think this fight might break up before it actually ends up finishing. But no, Kyoko
going to be
wants
able
his
to
kill.
deny the boom shroom. He's going to mess up on the retreat.
Pluto
that was very bad for him.
Pluto able to get out of there, but only has 100 health left remaining. I've been posture checked. Thanks, that means you must also check your posture. Get shot right in the back there from Meadow. Meadow able to steal the kill on the Pluto. That's an unfortunate placement from Pluto. Pluto only getting 450 damage. That is definitely not going to end up being anywhere near the top. But someone has to get last. But Pluto...
Exactly.
Very surprising.
If Pluto wants to, he'll have to play really hard in the next 2 rounds.
Gotta open up that center zone and close the bottom right zone. Final SD will be beginning right around 10, which is our goal time, 9 to 10 minutes. Although I do know in custom, sometimes it does not like the fire until there's only about 5 people left remaining. So we might see a bit of a weird center zone for a while. You gotta love the way that Darwin customs work here. Looks like very smartly trying to get as much heals as he can.
I'm also noticing a lot of these players just are very low on wood.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's a very strange thing because you have people like Lou, Lolly, and Arrow originally, but Nolzi, who've been trying to avoid fights having large amounts of woods. But then you have some players who, like, we have 4 wood here on Justemi, and like that's a huge disadvantage to have, especially going into sudden death here.
Especially if someone knocks off their armor early on in sudden death, they're kind of screwed because they won't be able to have that free protection later on in sudden death.
Well, you're also going to see where people aren't going to be able to warm themselves up at all.
Exactly, especially in sudden death when going out of zone to craft is a very important tactic. You aren't going to be able to see that from players who only have 3 or 4 wood to spare.
As we see here too, Bruno having to use one of his 5 wood pieces left to craft a fire knife, going to be able to use the full fire because it's final zone, and you never get full fire usage. You get pushed off quite often. It looks like Nolzi sees the fire. Looks like he might be able to steal some of it, which he dodges the swing. What a dodge! The game sense
coming up with a sneak attack.
The game sense to know that there's going to be someone right there behind him. Not going to pursue. We're seeing Nolzi again playing passive. I think we're going to see this a lot from Nolzi here. Just this passive play as these players are... You see that deer? Oh! We see Bruno getting shot there from Meadow. Like trying to get that deer off to somewhere safe to be able to search it. Smart strategy to try to pull it off to the side, but did lose his armor for it. Was the deer worth the armor loss? Let's see.
Well, he may not have much wood. At least he does have the coffees.
He got a smoke bomb from it.
Really gonna be searching for.
Yeah, I don't think smoke bomb. He's gonna take cold damage. Search another deer. He's gonna knock it in. Very smart. You've seen the smart plays knock it back into zone there. Gain the search off. That one was a pulse mine. Again, not
pulse
worth it.
mine. Very unlucky with the deer loot drops today.
As we see, Justemi just kind of hiding in this house. Very smart strategy. Most people really playing aggressively, passively. Not what you'd expect to see.
Having that satellite dish is going to be really big for Justemi as he's able to keep track of every other player's position. Well, they don't quite know where each other is.
We see Kyoko heading off towards Justemi, actually. Very close to Justemi now. Lou plays up high. Zimmy over here. Lollipops... Very smart use of the tripwire, trying to counter anyone trying to track him due to his fire and crafting spots. Lolly is another character that we've seen play very, very passively coming into here. SD is not beginning for some reason. I do think it's because we have 9 people alive in the final zone.
You can start it yourself, you know.
Oh, can I? Do I just have to close the zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it glitches out. See?
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I thought it'd start automatically, but you know, we had to start it ourselves. It's fine. They had an extra 2 minutes to just kind of stare at each other. You see arrows coming out here from Kyoko. Kyoko also in a terrible spot, only having 5 wood remaining. He also has 505 health somehow. Not sure how that happens, but you know what? Props to him.
You could definitely see more of these players getting a bit more aggressive for the kill as they start to run out of wood, because if they get caught late SD with no wood, it's going to be over for them.
Yes, that is definitely what we're going to be seeing. Oh, we see possibly a triple threat fight right here, as Big Nolzy is also taking on Arrow, and Kyoko is going to be taking on a Lolly. Lolly has lost his armor, but he has the wood to craft more. It looks like he's going to maybe do... Yeah, he's going to use I almost used his first aid kit there on accident. Fat Finger his first aid kit as Arrow's coming, trying to stay more center. Very interesting tactic to be trying to stay towards the center. Sure, it's better positioning when there's only 2 of you, but you gotta think when there's this many people.
He could easily get sniped out of the air, and I do think that once we see some damage start flying between the players, a lot of them are going to try and get that third party and the vulture.
Now, I do know we see a lot where a lot of people think some of these higher level players are teaming when they're going for those vultures, but it's very easy for a high level player or a player with great game sense to be able to tell when someone is just that low on health, like how you see everyone hopping on Arrow. They see Arrow take 1 hit.
Arrow not in a good position.
They saw
especially with his low amounts of wood. He's going to have to sacrifice most of his wood for an extra piece of armor here if he
he is just running. He is just running.
He's going to chase it by the speed drink.
Kyoko having to come back in, but Arrow in a very bad position, having to use his fire. He's not going to be able to craft him any wood. He's just got to warm up out here in the cold. But they saw that Arrow had no armor and took a big hit that took some health damage, and they all jumped onto him. They all pounced on him. As we see,
they saw Arrow get a few hits in the kill feed and definitely wanted to go and try and vulture that for themselves for that points.
We see quite a few fires having to be crafted. Nolzy almost taking some cold damage. Arrow in a very dangerous spot. He needs to craft a fire, but he doesn't have the wood to land to try to do it. I think we're going to see Arrow die here. He's trying to just outlast someone. We see
Arrow might be the first death of this SP, and we're going to see some arrows get hit in the air.
As we see, yes, he's starting to take some cold damage. Is anyone going to be able to get the
kill? And this is going to be the end of Arrow. Unfortunate. He did manage to rotate out of zone quick enough, though, that nobody's going to be able to really get his resources he dropped.
Well, you also got to think he was avoided that extra 15 points to damage kill for someone. He's tried to outlast Walkie there, but he was unable to do it. Walkie dying just seconds after him. Walkie going to get slightly better placement points due to that. We see everyone using that boom shroom like crazy. We see... I think right now a favorite is going to be Nolzy. Nolzy has 18 wood still has his armor, has a few...
I think he's going to get a massive hit out there. He's definitely racking up a lot of damage, slowly but surely. He's not quite able to follow up on any kills.
Lolly, one of our favorites coming into this due to the amount of wood he has, is now back down to 1 wood.
And you'll notice that a lot of these players, even though they already were low on wood, focus too much on wood and are lacking when it comes to Darwinium upgrades.
As you see, Justemi is going to be taken out by Kyoko there. Justemi, I think Bruno's next in line in the danger zone. Only 1 piece of wood left remaining and very low on health. I think 1 hit on the Bruno and he gets pounced on. You see Lou's going to get hit out of the zone, but he still has quite a bit of wood. He's fine out there. As there it is, a Lollipops. Lollipops needed that. He was able to get some wood and some healing out of that, and that's the huge thing, able to get that wood and healing off of a kill. Because even if you didn't know, for all the viewers at home, even if you have no wood on you, if you get a kill, they will drop 5 wood. Nolzy going to take some cold damage. Everyone's going to see that and probably try to pounce on Nolzy as he comes back in.
We're definitely starting to see more bodies drop and more damage go out as the ring gets closed.
Yeah, so you see a lot of these EU players staying alive. I think it's just because they played very passively. And that's kind of left them into a position of having more wood, where a lot of the NA players, they're like, well, these are our servers, we can really step up here and try to get some damage. But you see Kyoko trying to craft some fires out there, trying to help with that cold damage, getting smacked away in a very bad position now. He needs to be able to get a fire down. He's trying, but he's unable. There's too much pressure around him. He's going to start taking cold damage any second now. Oh, he's
Yeah, I
able to get
definitely
down.
feel like the NA players got a bit too overconfident being on home servers early in the game, which means they were low on resources when it mattered most.
As you see, Kyoko able to use that fire there, able to get down. No one wanted to contest it because no one ever wants to fight next to a wall. It's a very dangerous place. It's very easy to get comboed to death there. Kyoko taking to the sky is going to get a good swing right just like that on the Meadow. Meadow and Kyoko.
Being able to punish Meadow for his bad positioning right there.
Meadow
Very
is
good.
out of wood. This is a bad position. Meadow needs to get a kill right now. He needs to kill Kyoko as fast as he can to try to get into a better position. Maybe even try to win this game. You see him desperately trying to swing at anyone who moves around him. He just wants those kills, and he's refusing to chase Nolzy into the cold. Nolzy's going to start taking some cold damage. You gotta wonder if this is a huge mistake here. Sure, he has the wood to do it.
Barely able to stop himself from going down to 50 HP.
And you see him trying to get back in. He has that medkit, but he's probably not going to be able to use it unless he can hide on top of a house. Looks like he's trying to, as Meadow and it's Kyoko and Lu getting into a hard fight right here. Everyone close to one hit. I think everyone is one hit away from death. Kyoko able to get the kill on Lolly. The former champion has been taken down. The champion from the PC tournament that we hosted is out. And Kyoko going on a tear, able to get the kill on Meadow.
Another kill! You could definitely see with that full HP, he's more confident. He knows everybody else is low on health, and so he wants to get as many kills now as he can while he has that advantage.
Oh, there is the kill on Nolzy.
And another one under his belt. Kyoko is going on a rampage.
Able to get a huge hit and gets the kill just like that. And you saw...
Unfortunate that he was able to get that person stuck up against that post there. What was that, 6 kills?
We will see right as the screen comes up and I take a picture of it. That was 5 kills, but he also gets the damage points. Really going on a tear in the last few seconds there.
Kyoko really bringing it out of his bag.
Definitely really able to get it out right there. And just like that, we're going to go ahead and load straight on into our next custom game and hope it starts a lot faster than the last one.
Especially with that 20-minute round we just had.
Oh, wait, no. We need to reset this because I forgot. We need to switch over to EU servers. You always forget about that, you know? It's always a thing you forget.
Yep. You always forget about the EU people.
Yeah, you really do. But you definitely saw... I hate that you have to go into here to switch your servers. It's always a pain. Why can't I do it here, Darwin? Give it to me, please. Okay,
I definitely think that the amount of kills and damage Kyoko was able to get there, that he's definitely going to be a favorite to win now. For sure.
I definitely think Kyoko, that one good game, it could get shut down. If he gets killed early in these next 2 games, that one good game will not matter. I definitely think that the damage points might come in clutch for him as we go ahead and get that code out for all of our finalists. I do like how you can tell which ones are the finalists.
If I added it up enough with the 5 kills that he was able to get, plus the most damage, plus first place, he was already off to a strong start at 190 points.
Yes, he would be.
Just about.
He's at a very, very strong spot right now. Also, I like how you can tell when we're in the finalist chat because there's a lot less spam going on. A heck of a lot less spam. I think we have 7 in right now, along with the Phantom glitched Nolzy. Now we're up to 8. We're waiting on 2 more, and the 2 we are waiting on seem to be Kyoko, and I think Milwaukee's here. Who are we waiting on? It's always a game of trying to remember all 10 names. Pluto's coming in. Who are we missing? Nolzy's here. It's always a pain. Justemi's here. That's the first name that came to mind.
Bruno in?
Bruno is not. No, we were waiting on Bruno. Yes. That is who we were waiting on. But Kyoko really just able to get that health and able to get away. We're still waiting on... Still waiting on Bruno.
And while we're waiting on Bruno to join, why don't you tell them about Streamers for Mental Health,
yes.
Harpo?
So Streamers for Mental Health is trying to create a space in the gaming community where we can actually have talks about mental health. We're trying to bring awareness to it as well. As I also try to desperately get Bruno in the game. He's causing me to have a mental health crisis. But we are currently running a fundraiser for the Jed Foundation. They're going to be very confused, but I did the exclamation point. Nope, that is the wrong one. Wrong one. I think it's exclamation point charity. It is that one. That one. There we go. That one. We are doing this for the Jed Foundation. That is where you can go donate. We are still
and we have already raised $947 out of our goal of 2,000.
We are, and there we go. We see Bruno loading in now. We'll be able to get started just here in a second. Hopefully it doesn't take it. Yes, he is loaded in. Let's go ahead and make sure he is moving. You always got to check to make sure that they're in and fully in and have all their stuff customized. Yep, there we go. He has moved. That's enough for me. We are going to go ahead and start. Surviving, coming on out, and what a zone to be spawning in. This is a great zone for wood and everything here for Bruno. As now we go ahead and head on over. We can see what our center zone is while everyone...
Looks like we are going to have lava chasms as our middle zone. Definitely a very mixed zone on whether people love it or hate it.
I definitely think we don't have anyone at a massive disadvantage with all Wings players. They all can deal with the lava chasm. As it looks like we do have our first double spawn. We're going to see Walkie go straight after Noldsy. We're going to see Noldsy's more bold this time around now that he's on his home servers. Walkie, just no chill. He's decided he wants to see Noldsy dead. He is taking it straight to him. This is a matter of pride versus pride. Early
Very
game
different
fight.
from what we saw last game. Both players wanting that first kill bonus as soon as possible.
And there is the kill.
And Walkie is going to be able to take it, getting that free few wood.
Yes, getting that reward wood just like that. And that was a very different game than what we saw earlier. Noldsy getting eliminated immediately is huge implications.
Exactly. Putting out one of the EU players on their own servers nonetheless.
You got to think that's got to get into the head of the other EU players as the beach party comes on in as well. We're going to see how these players react to the beach party. We're only 40 seconds away from that Darwinian Mania. One Darwinian coming in already. We're going to see if that gets collected before the Darwinian Mania comes in. So on the...
You definitely see a lot more players wanting to get wood so that they don't suffer the same fate as they did last game.
You see a lot of these players really learning, like, hey, this is a lobby of people that all want to go to sudden death and just sit there in sudden death stacks. Let me get wood so I don't die while doing that. It looks like everyone's kind of ignoring that Darwinian shipment. They are just ignoring each other and the shipments just for wood. They don't care about any of it. They just want wood.
Exactly. Even last game, we saw a lot of people just not focus on Darwinium upgrades at all. Mainly just getting wood and wood upgrades.
Now we see,
even though that extra fuel in the take can be pretty nice for Jetwing players.
It definitely can. But with everyone being Jetwing, there's not a massive advantage. Pluto is hiding in a tree. Oh, there he goes. Now he's moving. Not sure what was going on there. I think he was AFK for a bit, and that's a... Not sure what's going on with Pluto, but you know what?
I think Pluto's experiencing a bit of lag.
He probably is, yes. I mean, even us as directors have 130 ping, just about, which isn't terrible. That's playable still. I could still play on these servers if I really wanted to. It's just not fun.
Exactly.
We're gonna go ahead and close the mirror zone as is the usual to try to force the game to want us to be in that center zone. You see that east zone being forbidden in 50 seconds is going to affect Justemi here, but Justemi wants that Darwinium shipment. It looks like...
Seems like after Noldsy came and died, everybody else really wants to play this more passively and wait till SD. I think Wakia was definitely fine with just that early kill point, and now just wants to play it out.
Well, he hasn't seen anyone else, so we don't entirely know if he's trying to hunt people down or not. You definitely gotta wonder though, what the motivation is going to be going in later into this game. We see some tracking going on, so someone wants to get kills. I do think, though, we did also see a lot of players saw, oh shoot, someone died already. And I think that spooked a lot of them. You know, they have that fear. They don't want to be, you know, dead super early. And you see Arrow here with an interesting strategy, trying to take as much wood out of the center as he possibly can to make sure that no one else can get it during SD.
Exactly. And I feel like after that first kill bonus was taken by Wakia, nobody else really has the incentive to fight before SD as much as they would have before.
See, that is the beauty of having that first kill bonus. It does force some early game fights. I know I got a lot of flack for it when I added it for the PC tournament, but I stand by the decision. It creates a more interesting playing field where people are actually gonna fight each other. Ooh.
Exactly, and we're quickly coming... Ooh.
Pluto
nice little arrow hit there.
Pluto, one of the fan favorites right now, coming into this, we actually have some people cheering for him in the chat, is now taking on Bruno right now, and is not in a good spot. Pluto in a very bad spot right now. Going for the arrow
Bruno
shot.
being able to hit super nice jet dashes on Pluto. Pluto's already down to 300 HP. It's not looking good for him in this fight. And getting hit once more, already down to 1 hit.
Pluto's should probably try to get out of this fight as best he can. He shouldn't continue this fight. Sure, you're going to be left with low health for the rest of the game, but you also are going to get shot
and there goes Pluto.
Die. He had a first aid kit, so he could have gone away and at least gotten up to 2 hits. All he would have to do is find a few deer.
Bruno having over 4 first aid kits. He's definitely kitted up for the end game.
He's definitely going to be ready. He does have that much wood. In respect to anything else, the Blood Moon is going to come out, and we're going to have to start closing zones. Bottom left, top right, Inksy, you make the choice.
I say bottom left.
Bottom left is going to be closed, because he's closer to
teleporter.
a teleporter than anyone else is. Walkie is going to have some time to get out of there. Blood Moon coming in, we're going to see, I think, a lot more aggressive play. No, it looks like Meadow and Lou kind of avoiding each other. Lou having 28 wood. Let's see, who has the most wood? Who do you think? I think it's Lou with 28. Yes, it is Lou with 28. Lou going the passive route. Walkie gonna go ahead and warm up in the zone just like that. I have only 30 seconds left remaining and 3 zones to close. We're gonna close that top right zone since no one is in it. As we get closer and closer to finals taking place. Not finals, but one of the final SDs. As now we see another deer getting taken out here from Pops. Being left to just be able to loot it. You know, there's the middle of a Blood Moon, so people would be able to see him, but he's just going to be able to loot it. He's going to just throw away some of these arrows so he can pick them up off the ground. As now we see Justemi getting tripped up by that tripwire and taking some huge damage from Bruno. Bruno really going on a tear in this game. He wants to catch up in Kyoko in points. I think that's why we're seeing some of these players play so aggressively.
Bruno really seems to value that more aggressive playstyle compared to the rest of these players. Especially in qualifiers. Certainly wanting to push as many people as possible
Bruno's
to get those kill
desperately
points.
trying to chase after Arrow, but it looks like Arrow is going to be able to get away from Bruno, but get into this massive cluster of players here of Justemi, Kyoko, Arrow, and trade of arrows there. Not something you see too often where 2 players are going to shoot each other at the exact same time. Arrow and Justemi. A big fight there. A lot of these players stuck in the center zone. That top left zone getting closed for me. Thank you, game, for actually doing what I needed you to do at the right time.
At this rate, I think you'll be seeing SD start anywhere from 9 minutes to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And you could definitely see the players thinking that the same as they all kind of congregate to the middle zone.
We do have a huge cluster of players in the top of this zone. Of course, this is where the Ice Lake is, so that is where you're going to expect to see is Kyoko's getting a little bit targeted here from a few people. He lost his armor to Justemi, and it looks like Bruno is coming in as well, losing his armor. I think we're going to see a bit of targeting towards Kyoko here.
Exactly. Once Kyoko starts getting low, I think most players are going to try and jump on that due to how big of a lead he got with that first game.
It looks like we're going to have final SD, not final SD, but second to final SD, right at about 9:30. As it looks like Kyoko is taking on Bruno. Bruno is taking more damage. It looks like he is going to dip out of there. He does not want to die. He's going to pull away from Justemi. Justemi seeing what's going on, trying to process who to shoot at. It looks like he's going for the easy shot and misses it on, I think that is Kyoko there, if I can get over to him. Let me get over. Come on. Let me do the funny thing. No, it's not let me do the funny thing. That wasn't Kyoko. I lied. No, that is Arrow. Okay, Arrow and Justemi in a fight over here. Huge swing. Able to break Justemi's armor.
Arrow playing very passively, waiting for him to mess up before they go in for the attack.
Lolly deep in this Forbidden Zone. He's going to come out of it now, but he doesn't have a lot of wood.
With quite a nice Jet Wings rotation as well.
Definitely a thing of beauty there. As now we continue to watch how this is going. Kyoko is going to get the bounce off of the Boom Shroom. Final zone, and we are going to go ahead and start sudden death. Just like that. Arrows going to fly out each direction. Very intense gameplay going on right now as the rest of these players are slowly coming in towards the center as we slowly come in with the zone. I think we're going to see at least one player die to lava. I expect it, honestly. With this many players in such a small area and this much lava, we've seen...
I feel like somebody's definitely going to mismanage their fuel and be thrown into the pit of lava at some point.
Well, we've seen some of these players, even though they're like top-of-the-line players in Darwin, we've still seen some of them die to just lava at the beginning of the game. For example, Kyoko here died at the beginning of one of the PC qualifier rounds, right at the beginning of the game, due to lava. So it's not impossible.
Yep, lava kills everyone equally. It does not have any preferences. It will always end your life.
It will. Lava does hurt. Don't touch it in video games or in real life. It's important to note that that is a warning for both. We do see... Do you think anyone tries to grab that Darwinium shipment in the center, or do you think he gets left there as a Boom Shroom sort of style?
I think most players are going to try and leave it there just to use it as a Boom Shroom, because at this rate in the game, even if you are able to pick it up, you're not going to have the breathing room to actually make anything with it.
And now we do see a lot of players on this upper platform up here trying to use it as much as they can before the zone shrinks them out of it. There's not a lot of ground space left here. We see a trip on the Lu, a smoke bomb coming out. Luckily, we're able to pull ourselves out of the Arrow, taking a huge hit there. Kyoko, though, low on cold. He needs to get out of there to warm up a little bit. But that's the beauty of the lava. The lava will keep him slightly warm. I think this is one of the zones where having less wood isn't as big of a deal. Arrow getting tripped up again. We see a lot of these players stuck in the cold. It looks like Arrow got tripped up way outside in the cold. Not a place you want to be. That's going to cost him some extra wood as Bruno takes an actual hit from Kyoko, but Kyoko also gets shot himself. Kyoko needs to get away to craft a fire, but Pops is right on top of him. Pops is not going to let him get away. Pops gets the kill. Kyoko gets killed early on.
Knock Kyoko out, so Kyoko's not going to be able to make his lead any more bigger on these players.
Yeah, Kyoko died without getting a kill either, so Kyoko getting a pretty low score for this round, kind of making that last round of really going off and getting that high amount of score kind of worthless now. That lead has shrunk away to whoever wins this game.
Exactly.
As now we see a lot of these players moving around, trying to watch each other as best that they can. There's a huge hit on the Meadow. Meadow on the back
Gonna be able
right
to.
now.
Seems like most players are kind of focusing on one other person, and you can see a lot of people getting hit just for not having full awareness of their surroundings.
I definitely think that that's a common thing to see in a lot of these SDs. Most of these SDs, you're going to see quite a few people decide, hey, I know that this person's kind of low, or I know this person's really trying to get some warmth. I'm going to go bully him. And it works out a lot.
Exactly.
Bruno getting hit by...
And there's a lot of players that'll just sit back and wait for another person to make a mistake to get some free, easy damage.
There are 7, you can see them all here, like a group of flies just flying around. 7 players stuck in this zone. Justemi taking some big damage after getting some huge damage onto Bruno. I think we're going to see either Bruno or Justemi jumped on here. This looks like very smart, able to get over there and steal that. Justemi able to steal a bit of Lu's fire and knock Lu away. Lu having to craft even more armor and take even more cold damage. He's not crafting a fire for this. You're going to see if he crafts a fire. No, he's just going to come back in. Dangerous plays there to decide to just craft that armor and not do anything else with it.
You also see the further we get into this SD, the more and more these players' resources are shrinking. Most players have used up all their med kits, their coffees, and speed drinks.
But then we have players like Lou, who still has 17 wood. It is
definitely good at conserving resources.
Lou gets hit, loses armor again. I mean, I guess he's going to go down to 12, but still, that's so much wood just to be left in this early time. But he's so low on health, you got to wonder if he's going to be hunted like a cash cow. He also has a very smart few traps placed out here in the Forbidden Zone. Someone's going to get stuck in one of them and probably die to cold because of it. See that center fire being fought over heavily as everyone's trying to conserve as much wood as possible. Lou's going to get shot by Bruno. Lou in a very bad position. Looks like he's going to try to hide away.
I see Lou having to use his board quite much.
Bruno!
And he's going to get vultured by Bruno.
Bruno,
unfortunate
what a play
from Lou.
We've seen quite a few aggressive plays of going way out into the Forbidden Zone during this tournament.
I feel like that's a pretty common thing to do in these SDs, where you'll go out in the Forbidden Zone to craft, because it's the only place you can really get any breathing
It definitely is
room
one of the
in a small zone.
Definitely is one of the few places that you will see any of that. It does look like our capture card technology is freaking out a bit. It seems to have calmed down now. But we do see Arrow taking some big damage here. Taking a bit of the eye off of Walkie after taking all of that damage. Pop's able to get a big hit on the Arrow as well. As there goes Walkie. Meadow able to get that kill, but knocked it into the Forbidden Zone. He's got to try to warm up, taking some cold damage. Everyone's going to see that and now target him. We know how this works out. Someone sees that someone's taking cold damage, and they're going to gun it for them. As now we see Bruno also taking some cold damage. A lot of cold damage coming out here.
A lot of these players on only their last few pieces of wood. We even see on Justimi not having any wood.
Out. We have two players completely out of wood. So I think we're going to see some desperate plays coming out.
Especially when some of these players don't even have both of their main abilities unlocked. Like Justemi does not have his slam.
It's very interesting to see, even with the Darwinian Mania and the... you see most of those shipments still unclaimed out there. But even with the Darwinian Mania and the Beach Party, a lot of these players do not have the wood or the or anything that they need to actually... I'm not really sure why Lolly went out into the cold there, good to be honest.
I feel like seeing those kills early in the game made a lot of these players a bit more scared to go for the Darwinium shipments than they were before, because they know that people were actually actively looking for kills before Final Zone.
As now we see just 5 players left remaining as we pass the 16-minute mark here in the second match of 3. Huge hit on the Pops, sending him flying. Pops has no wood. Every hit out into the cold is huge. Same with Arrow. Arrow is also out of wood. Justemi out of wood. I think there's only 3 wood is on Meadow right now. So until a kill happens, there's no more wood in this game. And that's huge. We're going to start seeing a lot of cold damage happen. This isn't something you see too often.
You definitely see a lot of players trying to zone each other out, knowing that everyone is low on wood.
And there's a huge swing and a miss. Or swing and a miss. Bruno
especially see Arrow here, already on half his health and about to take cold damage.
Well, you see Bruno here.
Justemi.
Bruno's only on 50 health, and he is 11 away. He's about to die.
If Bruno does not get away to get any cold, he's going to die by that cold in just one tick.
I think Arrow's going to die first. There's the first tap. There is the second. Pops was able to get that kill.
Bruno's going to follow quickly behind.
Oh, there is Bruno. He got slapped by Justemi.
Doesn't even have time to die to the cold.
Now we see Pops is able to get some of that wood. There's wood back in the economy. Justemi unable to get any of it.
Justemi's still low on wood, not able to do anything.
Meadow able to warm up. It looks like Pops is able to warm up a little bit as well, trying to keep in that fire range as much as he can. But Justemi has a lot of health, but he's in a very bad position here. Oh, he's able to leech off that fire. That is huge for Justemi, but Justemi being sent out into the cold. Every little bit is going to help Justemi a lot. Meadow at full warmth, able to get really deep into there. Not many arrows. Actually, there's a lot of arrows left on.
Lolly definitely trying to wait and look for this vulture kill while letting the other two fight it out.
Yeah, I think that's the smart strategy here. Get those placement points. That's a significant amount of points, especially first place to second place to third place.
Especially with such a vertical zone.
I think Justemi's going to be stuck out in the cold. He's going to use those fires to warm up a little bit. Pops gets the kill on Meadow, and that is huge because that means Justemi has no wood. Pops could just wait him out. Pops does not have to take this fight. Receive the zone out.
Looks like Pops is gonna attempt it anyways.
Pops is doing it for honor. Is Justemi gonna knock off the EU player on his own server or what? Swing and a miss. Drop down a swing and a miss. Speed push would be brought out. It looks like very smart strategy. Coming way out into the cold. You know that Justemi can't follow you out there.
That gives Lolly a perfect time to pop armor and probably
I think I disagree with the option to pop armor there. I think keeping the wood to stay warm would have been the better option. Sure, you can take an extra hit, but like it doesn't matter if you're gonna freeze to death.
Oh, but he is gonna hit a nice arrow on Justemi here.
Well, there
getting knocked back into the zone. Now Justemi and Lolly are kind of in similar positions, both around the same health with no wood.
Oh, there's a good hit right there. They're at the exact same
Both
health.
players on 1 HP.
It would have popped that speed drink. See if the speed drink makes a difference. Shot that just barely misses. We know that Lolly has a lot of wood, but it doesn't matter. Justemi
is going to take it.
Justemi able to get the kill.
I feel like Lolly kind of made the wrong decision when they decided to make that armor. I think it would have been better to go just for the med kit and keep the wood for later.
Definitely agree, but he is going to still get that those damage points. That extra 15 damage point buffer is going to make that that second place not sting as much. You can see Kyoko taking a huge dip in everything, not even getting a kill. Only going to get, I believe, what was it, 15 points? If I remember right. I always look at the thing as I'm doing scores. I believe
it is 15 points per kill.
Okay.
And for damage.
That's what I mean for the for 8th place.
Oh, 8th place? I think 8th place is 10 points actually.
I think is it 10? Yeah, it is 10. You're right. Yeah. It is 10. Let's go ahead and create ourselves our last game here. I hope everyone is excited to see who ends up winning this WOODSKIN. Obviously, we will still have to do some math afterwards. Not a lot of math, but some math. Obviously,
definitely feel like after that round 2 where Kyoko was knocked out kind of early into SD, this could definitely go either way now.
It is definitely anyone's game still. I don't think anyone needs to feel like they are out of this. We're on to NA. As we go ahead and get this code put in. We're going to see everyone coming in very slowly. Popping in quickly now. It's very interesting to see. I almost left. We were being told that Merchant says that they can't see damage being done, but the thing is, you can if it's attributed to you. So cold damage that's attributed to someone, which most of the cold damage ends up being, is seen by someone. Also, it's pretty easy to tell if you just look over vaguely at them and you see them taking damage while in the cold, and they're not getting hit. It's easy to tell in that sort of direction.
And you can, and also the sound that plays when you do take damage is quite loud.
It is,
especially when you're taking cold, and it happens multiple times within a few seconds.
Especially in a final zone situation. We are currently waiting on. Who are we waiting on? It's always the game. We are waiting on. It's not Kyoko. It's not. Is it Walkie? I think it's Walkie. Yeah, we're waiting on Walkie. That is who we're waiting on. I think. I believe that's who we are waiting on still. Oh, there's the oof coming in. Thank you. As now we getting in. We are almost ready to go. The final match here. And whoever does really well in this match might just be able to take home the WOODSKIN. Are you ready to see this start, Anxie?
I am ready to see the final match of finals.
The final match of finals of a surprise WOODSKIN tournament. I lied, actually. The lobby broke.
I love it when you lie.
I lied, the lobby broke.
Great.
It's not surprising.
Isn't this game just so stable?
Listen. I had lobby break up me, I think, twice during qualifiers. So, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. So let's go ahead and load up. Here we go. No, don't add the unofficial sponsor that I want to add. Finals. There we go. They're starting to load it now. You always hate to see that happen. You always hate to see it. As everyone slowly loads in. Now the question is, do you think Lolly will be able to defend his title right now as the only Harpo_Gaming tournament champion? Or do you
I feel like if he plays his best, he definitely can. But also, he made a pretty grave mistake crafting that armor last game.
He definitely did, but he still did pretty well. Probably, I think he still got the most points in that lobby. Thanks purely to the most damage thing. We are currently waiting on who's not in. It is... It's always the game. It's always Arrow's here, Noldsy's here, Pluto here, Justemi's here, Meadows here, Kyoko's here, Lou's here. Oh, Bruno. Oh shit! I don't know how I always forget Bruno. I think it's because his name isn't Bruno in the game.
Possibly. Or maybe we just don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno, but we're not going to say that again so we don't get sued. Okay, so now the real final game, the final lobby, the final time that you'll see any of this for this tournament in a charity tournament in honor of the Jed Foundation and raising awareness for mental health is going to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Survive.
And
what a
speaking
center
of
zone.
Streamers for mental health, if anyone watching wants to, there is a charity link in the chat that you can go to and donate. We're currently at $947 out of the $2,000 goal.
Exclamation point charity, just like that. Get in, get your donations in if you feel inclined. Obviously, just being here and having this stream help raise awareness is help enough. As we see, this is a very... I like this final zone. This is a good final zone. It's the perfect amount of...
Cargo's is pretty well loved as a final zone.
As the perfect amount of... It's perfect amount of high zones and perfect amount of lows. Good hiding spots. You can get around, you can craft armor, but like it's not too hard to traverse. It looks like we have a few players. We saw Arrow getting close to Lollipops there, but I think everyone's fearing that early kill. They saw what happened to Noldsy, and they are saying, no, not me. This is the first time I think we've seen no conflict before the beach party at Pops in this finals so far.
Exactly. I think most players really want to play for that placement now, because that's where the big points really come from.
That is definitely where the big points. You see Kyoko stalking. Who is he stalking? That is the question. Is that Noldsy? That is Noldsy. Noldsy is being stalked by Kyoko, I think. No,
it seems like Noldsy...
That was Pops. I lied.
But it was Pops. You lied to me again.
I like lying to you. It's a great thing. I put it over to Noldsy because he was actually really close to Airwo there. Darwin shipment has arrived. We've had no zone closures so far, interestingly. I might have to manually close the bottom right zone to make sure we still get on time to our coveted 9 to 10 minute final zone. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that.
He's going to see that player there and just completely walk past him. Not wanting to fight at all during beach party.
Definitely a good tactic, honestly. As well with the Darwinian Mania popping out. Going for a shot there. Noldsy actually trying to take on Pops. Pops did look like he took some damage there. But Pops is just ignoring it. He is not wanting this fight. He's watching to make sure he's
only having that one wood with beach party about to end. He's going to be very low on resources for the rest of the game if he doesn't get more wood now.
Definitely. I do think we saw a massive mistake being made there to not get more. I'm not sure what he was doing too much. I know he did stalk after, I think he was being stalked by Kyoko for a while, but I don't quite know exactly what happened.
Not getting any wood during that beach party is definitely going to come back later, how we saw in the first game, with everybody not having any wood for SD.
Yes, definitely something that we saw, especially on these NA servers from that first game. We do have with Meadow here. Meadow is going to come in chasing after Kyoko. But it looks like Kyoko is going to get away. I do know Kyoko is definitely one of the ones that needs to be chased after. It looks like our west zone is about to be forbidden. Very odd zone closures, but you know what? Props to you, Darwin. Thank you for making it not the way that I wanted it. Guess we'll close top right and make it a weird, like, triangle shape. Guess that'll be our goal. Weird triangle shape. Are you down for the weird triangle shape, Anksy?
Let's go for the weird triangle shape. Is that really a triangle?
I mean, it's kind of like a...
Kind of like... It's more like a fidget spinner kind of shape, you know what I mean?
It's kind of like a fidget spinner. Ooh, Lou's going to take a hit here from Bruno. Bruno going in hard. Going to get a clash of the axes there. Going aggressive with that dash. They fight on one of the famous areas where we used to play Pokemon back in the day. Arrows flying out every direction. As there's a huge hit, another huge hit. Some huge hits coming into Bruno there. Bruno needs to start turning this fight around here as we go ahead and close that random top right zone to create the fidget spinner. The fidget spinner has been created. There is a
both players probably wanting to get this fight over before Blood Moon happens, because if Blood Moon happens while they're still fighting, it'd probably be easy to get third-partied.
Definitely gonna be very easy to get third parties. It looks like that's Walkie taking on Pops. Pops not having a good time right now. He's getting targeted down by multiple players. As Lou is gonna get taken out. That is our first kill, actually. That is a very late reward wood over to Bruno. Very, very late reward wood.
Nearly 5 minutes into the game and we see our first kill. Definitely a slower match than last round.
Yes, I definitely think the NA players no longer have something to prove. They're back on their home servers. They no longer feel like they have to go after them. Pluto taking on Nolzy over here as well. Blood Moon is going to pop off, though. We're going to see how the Blood Moon affects the rest of this game. Pluto going to shake his head at him. Going to use that boom string to pull him out of cover, but it looks like I don't think anything's going to happen in this fight here. There's a slam, going to send him flying. Looks like a third-party Pops coming in. I'm not sure if Pops wants the third party that hard. It looks like Pops going to get shot at. Pops is in a very bad position. Only being at half health. No wood. No Darwinium. I'm not sure what Pops been doing this game. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like Pops maybe is kind of pressured after his failure last game. He is going to be able to get that nice kill, though.
That is going to
putting his resources up a little bit.
It's going to heal. I think that puts him back into a spot where he could be a contender. I'm not saying he will be. He still has a lot of climbing to do, especially to catch up with everyone else's at least 10 wood. Bruno with 45.
With 45.
Holy cow!
Looks like that early kill definitely worked out well for Bruno in terms of resources.
That is that is incredible. Really, looks like coming straight on.
Missing the 3 arrow shot onto Pluto.
I think Bruno definitely one of the dark horses in this game to be able to win. He hasn't got first, but he's done a lot of damage and he's gotten a lot of kills just in the background.
I feel like Bruno really wants to just rack up those kill and damage points more than he wants to get the placement points.
Which
he probably realizes that because of his placement in the past few games, if he doesn't get a ton of kills and damage this game as well as good placement, he probably won't win.
Yes, you definitely go see a few more zones starting to get closed here. Trying to get him in. Pluto gets a hit on the Bruno, though. Bruno does not want to take too many. Yeah, actually, he has the wood. He can take as many hits as he wants. He has the woods. He has a med kit. As we see a third party coming in. Who is that? That is, I think that is Kyoko. Kyoko is not the man you want to have third partying right now. He's one of the favorites to win this entire thing. We're going to see how this works out for him. So he's just going to play very passively. Pops down to 3 wood. He's lost wood since we last saw him. He hasn't gained more. It makes me concerned for how he's going to play the rest of this. We're going to go ahead and close that top left zone since everyone's vacated it anyways. We're going to try to aim to still get that 9-minute sudden death time. We have a good center zone for it. So let's go ahead and try to get it in.
I think most players are kind of just looking around, scouting to see what the best spots are going to be in cargo for this final zone.
As we see Kyoko and Pluto get into a big fight over here. Kyoko wants to get this kill on the Pluto. He wants to get that wood. He wants to get that any equipment he might have. Definitely, especially before final zone. Pluto's going to try to hide away. Try to get away here. Arrow looks like he is sneaking up to somebody inside of this house. He's swinging. He sees there's someone right outside. He's going to turn around. He's going to fight Meadow right outside the house, but gets tripped up. Very smart use of the ability to get out of that situation. As now we see
Definitely
Pluto.
feel like we're seeing a lot of people take flesh damage before SD, unlike last game, where you didn't really see anyone taking damage to the flesh until SD.
Ooh, Pluto trying to get a kill onto Bruno inside this enclosed space. This is the place to do it, but gets killed by Bruno. Bruno getting that kill. He needed that kill to stay caught up.
I feel like Pluto made a bit of a mistake going into such an enclosed space where it was hard for him to run away from Bruno while already being on such low health.
You could also argue that there's the chance that he was going to try to get that kill and try to take it away. Try to, get back into it. Try to get a good combo there, but he's unable to do so. Pops again playing very passively, but he only has 2 wood. He does not have the wood to be playing passively like this. We have about 20 seconds before SD. As now we see everyone kind of getting on top of this plateau up here, just kind of staring at each other. Not wanting to be the first to engage, because as soon as your back is turned, you're going to get slapped in it. It's usually how it goes. Meadow watching good, maybe fire an arrow. I think he should have taken that shot there. Would have gotten a hit off, at the very least. Arrow might be coming out. No, it doesn't look like it is.
Definitely trying to conserve his resources as much as possible.
Justemi is going to try to pull away there. Walkie's going to get a good hit on the arrow, breaking his armor, as now sudden death is going to begin now. Sudden death coming in. I think this is the least amount of players we've had coming into sudden death. Which is weird after a very slow start. Took 5 minutes to get the first kill, but after that we've really ramped up in the amount of player kills per minute.
I definitely feel like by this point in the game, Bruno, Justemi, or Kyoko are probably our favorites to win in terms of points.
I wouldn't count Pops out. If Pops is able to really come off here, he could take it away. He's just got to really kick it off in a different way. I still think Pops and Arrow have a chance.
I think Pops, if he really wants to have that chance, would have to hit a really nice and good time vulture kill. But he's going to get knocked way out into the zone there.
It's not where he wants to be when you only have 3 wood. Arrow only has 4. I think, yeah, those are our 2 lowest. Walkie's only at 5. We see fires coming out. Try to keep as warm as you can while it's safe. Get him as it shrinks. Meadow going to take a hit from Walkie there. Going to kind of be on the back foot here as we get close into this very small area. Not a whole lot can be done here as we go ahead and watch this slowly collapse. It looks like Walkie and Meadow get into a bit of a fight down there. Smack off of... I think that we're going to see that Darwin should be used as a second boom shroom once again. As we see, just, again, just flying in the air, not wanting to touch the ground. When you're on the ground, you're liable to just get shot in the head, and that's not what you want. Someone just got sent flying in the zone, I think. Otherwise, that was just a weird graphical bug. We see everyone kind of high on health right now. Kyoko going to get hit way off in the zone. I wonder if Kyoko is going to get targeted here because people know Kyoko has a lot of points. I think that would be the smart strategy, is try to figure out where Kyoko is, figure out who Kyoko is, and try to take him out.
I totally agree. If they're able to get Kyoko and Justemi out, then it really is up to anyone's game.
As it looks like Walkie just trying to get hits off where he can. Pops taking some big hits. This is not the position Pops wants to be in. You have to use the glider to get back in, but gets smacked by Kyoko. If you're in the game, you do not want Kyoko to get this kill. Bruno is going to lose his armor. You see this really ramping up here in these final few minutes. Smokeball coming
Everyone
out.
trying to get as much damage in as they possibly can, looking around, trying to get any vultures they possibly can. They don't quite know each other's health yet. So all they know is they're all on 1 HP, and you could definitely see them playing like it.
You definitely see a lot of people here just coming all around, really trying to get these kills off as best as they can. Huge hit on the Pops. Pops is in a very bad position. Pops is
being stuck out of zone with that cliff there. It's one of the things about cargo is there are a lot of cliffs you could get stuck out of zone.
Kyoko gets the kill, and that is not what you want to see if you're not one of these players. But Kyoko is in kind of a bad spot here. It's kind of forced to hide away from everyone, is unable to get any damage or points off.
Kyoko being the only player to kind of be in that little cave underneath. Everybody else is on top.
Meadows going to get hit away here by Bruno. Meadows probably the next one to die. You see a lot of people just trying to chase after him. They see one person desperately trying to hit him. They know, oh, that guy is going to be low on health. Let's try to kill him. Meadows getting hit by Kyoko.
Everyone gunning after Meadow. Meadow only on 1 HP now.
Kyoko might be able to get the kill through the cold. No! Walkie wisely coming in and stealing it so that Kyoko can't get it. Kyoko is
Walkie getting an absolutely splendid vulture on Meadow there. That's going to be great for his kill points.
And that's going to be great for denying Kyoko points, because you got to remember how well Kyoko had that first game. Sure, his second game wasn't good, but he was still in a strong position. He is still in a position to just run away with this.
Exactly.
I don't know how many actual woodskins are left. I think there's about, yeah, it's about 50-50 split, I believe, for actual woodskins versus non. I'm counting Bruno's alt account as 50-50 because, you know, it's an alt account, so he does, but he doesn't. So we're going to be interested to see if we're going to get a new woodskin or if we're going to see the woodskin title defended here. As now, Kyoko able to get a carry on the airwell. That is another woodskin taken out. Justemi getting a hit onto Walkie. Walkie's going to be low. Walkie gets killed by Justemi. Justemi, Kyoko, and Bruno.
I feel like at this point, this game is either up to either Justemo or Kyoko. Bruno would have to get the kill on both of them, I feel, to have even a chance.
I feel like you're still counting out damage points. Bruno's done a lot of damage this game. It's very possible that he's going to be able to get it just based on damage points. It's a huge hit onto Justemi.
Well, you gotta think, well, damage points do get you that extra 15. One kill also gets you 15 points, plus placement for 100.
But let's say Bruno gets second here, right? That's still huge. Getting second and that damage points.
Even if he got second and damage points, that would only add up to 95. Not quite enough
He
to
did come out
match
here.
getting first place.
Kyoko is in a bad spot. Kyoko only has 85 health left. Not sure how he has 85 exactly, but you know what? He has 85 health left.
It's a very odd amount of health to be at, for sure.
I'm not really sure how
but
that happens.
they are going to be able to trade some nice arrows.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that would occur, but we see Kyoko gets killed by Bruno. Bruno might be able to take this away. This is a game between Bruno and Justemi right now. And then we'll have to calculate
Whoever
the damage
wins
points
this game
and we'll announce.
probably is going to have the win for the tournament.
Is very likely. Both these players performed very well in all these games. Coming straight on in, just, you gotta see, Bruno heard that drop. He heard the drop happen, and he was able to react on a dime. That's the playstyle you want. And he still has coffees, he still has gliders, he still has speed drinks. He's in a great position.
And that 40 wood. Gathering up all that wood earlier is definitely going to come to his advantage.
Where Justemi is down to 1 wood, down to 250 health. This is not a great place for Justemi to be in. I think that Bruno might be able to take the W here. Looks like, yeah, he's going to try to get the fire off. Unable to do it. Justemi putting way too much pressure on him right now. And that might be Justemi's checkmate here, but Bruno still has that coffee. Bruno has
Justemi really want to put as much pressure on as possible, but he's going to get hit, and the game is going to go to Bruno.
And that is the kill, and now we are going to do our calculations live here right now. I'm gonna take a picture of this one and then put all the pictures over it. Look at that. 4 kills, a ton of damage. Bruno might have ran away with this one.
Bruno might be the underdog of the tournament.
He might be the underdog of the tournament. I agree.
And while we are calculating points, remember, exclamation point charity in the chat if you want to donate to the Jed Foundation for Streamers for Mental Health.
Yes, I agree. We're going to stay on this screen. You know, you just get to look at the Darwin screen and listen to us talk while we do it.
It was definitely a very exciting final game, I think.
Yes, definitely. I'm excited to see how the points went out. I put all of the... I have the director chat up. We have all the points into the director chat. Inksy, would you like to do the honors while I speak to chat, or would you like me to do the honors while you speak to chat?
I'll keep chat entertained, and you can do the honors of mathing.
Why would you do this to me? Well, I'm
sorry,
gonna go
my
ahead.
computer's dead.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself. Then you just speak to them.
Well, chat, this definitely was an interesting tournament. I feel like a bit of the fan favorites to win definitely didn't quite perform as expected. We definitely saw Pluto very early on get kind of thrown out despite how many fans he had cheering in the game, but he didn't really do anything notable in all 3 games. You could definitely see a lot of the other players just really wanted that placement point. I feel like even though Wakia in Game 2 did get that early kill, it didn't quite make up for the fact that he wasn't able to get many big placements. Definitely an interesting tournament. Definitely kind of a turnaround. I think at this point it's either between Kyoko, Justemi, or Bruno. And I feel like either player could have definitely taken this. It was very close, each player having taken 1 game. But I think Bruno might actually be the one to kind of edge it out due to all the damage he was getting. He was definitely that one player that was playing more aggressively than everybody else for the entire game. And not just in Game 3 either. We saw him play very aggressively Game 1 and Game 2. And we'll see if that came around to help him win this in the end. But we also did see Kyoko have an insane Game 1 with around 6 kills, and of course the victory and most damage. And getting 200 points off of 1 game is definitely not something to laugh at with Kyoko. We did also see in the final minutes of that last game there that we saw Justemi get quite a few kills, quite a few vultures, so not only did he get that placement point, he also is going to get quite a few kill points as well.
Game 1's in the... Game 1 is in the chat if you want to look at it.
Game 1 is in chat. Let's see here. If Discord is going to want to load. Come on, Discord. Yeah, in Game 1, we definitely saw a weak performance from Pluto, only getting 5 points. Definitely not what you want to see, and I think that kind of cost him most of the rest of the tournament, getting 5 points in that first game. We also see Justemi only got 20 points in that first game, not quite as much as I thought he did. And Bruno got 25, so they definitely both had a weak start, but I feel like they definitely brought it back around Game 2 and 3. We also saw quite an unexpected good amount of points gained by Meadow and Lou, both getting 70 and 80 respectively, so definitely don't want to put them out, but I do not think they were able to hold up in games 2 and 3 to really carry that momentum. And of course, the massive Game 1 that Kyoko had with a astonishing 190 points definitely put him as fan favorite after Game 1. We'll have to see what the results are for Game 2 and 3 though before we can really make a justification for who's going to really be the winner here. Because of course, during that Game 1, we did see Kyoko get an astonishing around 2,700 damage, nearly dropping a 3k damage game, which in a tournament like this is quite impressive.
It has now been updated for the Game 2 stats.
Alright, looking at Game 2, looks like, again, Pluto, despite being a favorite to win among the chat, Pluto was just not able to hold up in Game 2. He may have only gotten 5 points in Game 1, but he didn't do much better Game 2. And only came out with 15 points after the second round. So I do not think Pluto would have been able to get it, especially with his 8th place finish in Game 3. Pluto is definitely not going to be very high in the rankings. Discord. And also, same with Wakia, only 55 points after round 2, not really having anything, even with that really clutch early game kill we saw in round 2 from Wakia. wasn't really able to pull out very good placement once SD started, meaning despite getting the first kill around less than a minute into the match, he wasn't able to hold up. Justimi, though, we definitely saw Justimi jump very high in points, going from around, 40 points, all the way up to 150, getting a nice few kills and the win in round 2. Bruno, on the other hand, only having 95 points after round 2, so he didn't perform quite as well as we had thought in round 2, so maybe his W in round 3 may not make as much of a difference as we thought. Despite how Lolly pretty much threw the third game, or the second game, when he decided to craft armor instead of hit the medkit. That's not to say that he didn't get a lot of points, as he did still manage to make it all the way up to 185 points, putting himself at second place after round 2. We're going to have to see if his poor performance from round 3, with only 7th place and 1 kill, is going to be able enough to edge him out. Meadow, on the other hand, also still pretty black horse here, 145. Kyoko having 205 after that second round.
Alright, are you ready? I can read out the
I'm ready.
Final tally. Coming in third place is Justimi with 245 points. Coming in second place is Bruno with 270 points. And coming in first place with 295 points, Kyoko has won.
Good game to everyone involved. Congratulations, Kyoko, for the win. 295 points, edging it out just around 25 points higher than Bruno. Seems that poor game 1 really did impact Bruno's performance. If he had gotten maybe 1 or 2 more kills game 1, he could have taken it.
Gotta make sure I
Good games with all those involved.
Let me make sure. I need to see. I've been chatted a lot in here. Did he change his... Where is he? I'm trying to add him into Discord, but I can't find him.
Yoko?
Yeah.
He's space.
Yeah, but it's not wanting to, like, actually add him.
Damn.
There we go. Not will. Alright, boom. Just like that. Good, send that out right there. Space has joined the ranks of... I actually can't give it. It's, above me. I think it's actually pretty high, so I actually can't give it till I get ownership back of my server. But Space is now a champion. Congratulations to Space, and I want to thank everyone for coming out to the tournament. Make sure to check out the Jed Foundation and donate if you would like. It's not required, but you know, we are trying to, you know, help raise funds for mental health awareness. But I want to thank the community for coming out. I want to thank everyone for helping this happen. I want to thank Fear for coming in as a 4th director last minute. I want to thank Lucid for coming in and you know, being a director as well. I want to thank Angsty for helping me organize and set up brackets. And I would love to thank Scav, specifically Adrian, for reaching out to me to get us a WOODSKIN for this tournament. But yes. Apparently I'm being told that I need to be told something is very relevant into the Discord chat. But
People are just accusing him of teaming already.
yeah, that's what always happens, if we're honest. I expected it. But, you know, I just want to thank you all. If you enjoyed this tournament, be sure to follow and stay in the Discord. I'll probably have other tournaments. Maybe not necessarily Darwin, but definitely have other games. I might come back to Darwin for another tournament. I've had 2 on here so far, so my next tournament will definitely be at least on a different game. But I really want to thank everyone for coming out, watching the stream, and, you know, really showing the community, yeah, there's still a lot of us that like to play the game. I like how they just joined a party together just now.
Yeah, we already disproved
We
that
already-
Kyoko was teaming earlier.
Well, now it's with Justemi instead of.
Yeah. It's not even like trying to be valid claims. Let's be honest.
Actually, oh, there might be screenshots. Actually, we might actually have a disqualification here. It's possible. We might see the winner actually switch. I'm asking for the screenies to get validation here. We're going to see. Because if he gets disqualified, then that means Bruno's gonna take the WOODSKIN here. Okay, so we actually have an admission here from Space himself that he teamed with Nolan even in prelims. So I think that this is a pretty easy ban here. Looks like we have switched our...
Wait, he admitted it himself?
Yes, yes. He's
With who?
Space, Kyoko.
No, but like with who?
With Nolan. Which is Tech.
He wasn't even in finals. Was he?
Tech was in finals, yeah.
Oh. I thought you said somebody else.
No. He feels bad. Okay. Well, I guess we switched the winner due to hacking. Yeah, this is the second tournament that Space is hacking. Space, you're no longer allowed in any of my tournaments.
At least he admitted it.
Yeah, at least he admitted it.
That means Bruno's actually our winner.
Yes, Bruno. Bruno, congratulations. If you would send me all of the send Anxie the information that Anxie get the information that we need to send over to Scav for the WOODSKIN. You've done this before.
We just need username.
Okay, you get the username. I'm gonna fix. Okay, it's now official. Bruno's actually won the tournament. Well, thank you for the Space for, admitting it, at least. At least he admitted it. It's happened now, though. Space is no longer the winner. It is now Bruno. Congratulations over to Bruno. It's funny, because people accused him of cheating, but not with the person he cheated with.
Yeah. People accused him of cheating with Wakia in prelims.
But he actually cheated with Tech. Okay, well, you know what?
Interesting.
That is something. But yes, congratulations over to Bruno. But I have been Harpo, this has been Anxie, and I want to wish all of you not farewell yet. I need to shout myself out. I need to shout Anxie out. Check us out on YouTube. I think Anxie's in my channel list on YouTube, so just go over to YouTube, check us out there. We both have Darwin content up, and check me out on Twitter. And if you're not a part of the Discord, join it, because that's how we do events. And also I have a dog right here next to me. If anyone wants to see it, we're gonna grab dog. Come here, dog. Come here. You want to say hi to the stream? Oh, okay. Okay, dog. Say hi. Look that way. You gotta look. No, hey, look that way. Say goodbye to the stream and say thank you, Space, for admitting you cheated. Okay. No, you're not. You're not doing it. Yeah, you're supposed to look that way. I need you to look that way. Okay, well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this tournament and this stream. We'll definitely be having more in the future. But I wish all of you a farewell and a goodbye. Anxie, this is where you also say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adios. Doggo also says bye.